to where we have control over things like life and death. The psalm calls us to see in the storm, to see in it all the might that lives in God's voice over above the gods. It gets closer when people start to kind of say, my God is more powerful. When you say your God is more powerful than the powder you can pack in a bullet, God is more powerful than the processors you could put into a data center. God is more powerful than the punch of any bomb. To start sitting there saying that the voice of the Lord is able to do infinitely far more than any of these things, such that the powers of the world, they don't become something that we crave and try to tap into, because that's actually what people did when they turned to the gods. Find the right kind of God for the right kind of need, and maybe they'll share some of that power down with you. Instead of looking at all the power and saying the kingdom, the power, and the glory is thine. It's yours, oh God. To let that part of the prayer arc over our life. So much so that you would be willing to not only not get caught up in the pursuit of these powers of our day, but that we also wouldn't fear them or look at them in any way, shape, or form in which they become what rules this world. That we let the kingdom, the power, and the glory be God's. That what happens is when we see great displays of power whirling around in the world, they bring us into the sanctuary by which we raise our hands into the heavens saying, glory. And what's more is even have the guts to look these things in the eye and unmask them, to look down the barrel and say, ascribe to the Lord. Because this world is not yours. Ascribe to the Lord.